Ay, chiquita, papá.
A ver, suéltame, wiwi.
Ahí te ponemos.
Ahí te ponemos. Ahí acuéstate. Okay. Just ignore her. Lisa. Hello, everyone. building up to it.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Yoali.
And
welcome back to Underqualified Podcast.
With a special guest.
Wee. Let me catch you guys up. I'm a mother now. I gave birth to this beautiful one. Her name is Elphaba. We got her over the weekend. She is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And yeah, would you like to say something for yourself? Oh. Apparently not. We call her Monkey Butt and
I call her Wee. And she doesn't even know she exists yet.
Yeah, she's a little void.
She's a void. And I'm her godmother.
Exactly.
Because I was the first one to meet her.
She found her.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. I sent a picture to Yoali, and she was all excited because she was like, "I'm gonna convince Pedro," her boyfriend. So,
Love you, Tati.
Here it is.
And we got Wee. I
Wee.
gave birth. That's it. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
Exactly. She doesn't have eyebrows. And that's the cutest thing ever. And
You were calling on my cat?
Yeah, because I don't have eyebrows too, so welcome to the community.
How are you, Meech?
I'm good. How are
Yeah?
you? Tell me about your wig. What's going on? We haven't recorded in like 2 weeks, so.
We have. I mean, the newest thing that's happening with me is this girly pop. She is so sweet. Absolutely the sweetest. She's just a little bit of a stubborn and clumsy cat, so I feel like you have done more than me. Than I've been mothering.
Well, both of us have been doing a lot.
Yeah.
We started the promo for the podcast.
Oh, that's so true.
Yes. We did a photo shoot a few weeks ago. It was great. Shout out to Devin. And we did a lot of videos. We did the intro to the podcast that you're gonna see in the first episode. But you're gonna see it.
It's so fun.
A lot of pictures. We felt like models. We felt like superstars. That was the vibe.
Yeah, it really was. We looked like CeeLo Green for a second. Big coats, big glasses, everything. I was like, okay.
But the vibe that we were going for, it was superstars, and I think we nailed it.
We totally nailed it.
And I think it goes great with the podcast. We're trying to experiment right now with like the production and everything. So if you see like some things are different in the newest episodes, we're trying our best.
We're underqualified, remember?
Yay!
Slay.
And what else has been going on? Yesterday I was in a music video.
Oh, she was. You need to tell me about that. I don't even have this tea yet.
It was for a friend. Shout out to Paulina. She's one of my best friends. She was the director of the video. So I have one friend in Juarez that, shout out to, I don't know his name of like his artistic name, but his name is Manny. And he started producing songs and writing songs and everything. So he's basically a singer right now. So the video was for his songs, for his first song.
Cool.
So it was like a party setting. So we were extras. Even my boyfriend was there. He was part of the...
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was so funny. He was in the camera more than I was. So I was like...
He said, I'm the star.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you're stealing my dream. Crazy. Every time that I'm doing some production stuff, every time I've done it twice. But it's so crazy. Like right now, like yesterday that it was a party setting, everything, like I was really overwhelmed. Like bottles were falling, people were like shouting, there was music.
I mean, it was a party setting.
Yeah, and then like the director screaming action, and we were like, what the fuck?
Wait, was it like ketchup type of partying, or like was it like
more
chill?
Like there was like big beer pong and everything, so
that's fun.
In between, yes,
I like
so,
that. That's cool.
So yeah, I hope you can see that soon.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, anything that's been going on, it's really about just like the podcast, and that's it.
We're excited.
I don't think we have done anything else. Like we are like literally putting all our effort to the podcast.
It's been hardcore, I think.
But thank you everyone that's starting following us. Like, we already have like 80 followers, and I'm so impressed. Like, we haven't even posted an episode and we already have followers, and we already have like more than 500 views in the first reel that we posted.
Everyone is really excited. Yes. I've been getting messages, so I'm so happy that all of you are here to support us and keep the family growing.
The underqualified family. Oh yeah. So, anything else that you like to add?
I think we said it all.
You vibing? Now that you're a mother, you feel that you're like less drama?
Less drama. I mean,
I'm just saying, I gotta cooking.
9 to 5, coming home, feeding the kids. It's been so hard on me.
So dumb. But that's right. Like, having a baby, it's a lot of work. Like, the last Sunday that I went to visit Yoali to edit some videos, Elfie was the center of attention. She was throwing up and pooping everywhere. So, what can I say?
We're just airing out her dirty laundry. Monkey butt was monkey butting. So, it's been great. She's in play mode right now. I don't understand.
The quality of the camera doesn't see my vellitos.
Hey, it's 2023. Feminism. Supporting hair. We support hair.
You said it's 2023.
Wait, it isn't. It's 2025.
What the fuck? I was like, is she glitching? I thought you were joking for a second.
No. I said that's so for real.
So I was like, what? It's not 2023.
I'm just living a lie. 2023. I
was like, the fuck?
Oh, I was like, okay.
2023 vibes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Anyways, Yoali, what's the topic for today?
The topic for today is Ni somos de allá, ni de acá.
So we were wondering, like, what should we talk about for today? And I was like, why don't we talk about our experience living in the border, living in Juarez, and living in El Paso, being born in El Paso, like our experience moving here.
Yeah.
Like, mostly because it's like our, like you said, like our identity. So,
yeah. I mean, when we were in our first podcast, our first episode, we kind of touched upon it a little bit.
Yes.
And so I thought it would be really cool to kind of, I think we can make an entire episode out of just like customs that we've learned, stuff that we have to unlearn because it's totally so real, and the language that we implement nowadays.
Yeah, and a lot of people like you guys were born here and maybe lived in Juarez or lived somewhere else, or I don't know, if you live in a border, you understand what we're gonna say, or you may not understand what we're saying. But we just want to share our experience through the years.
Exactly.
Through the years, mostly as well about our language.
Yes.
Like, you can see it here.
Totally. We have a little bit of an accent sometimes.
Yeah, an accent. We're pochas. If you don't know what pocha means, it's like mixing the languages, I would say.
Yeah. If you don't know what pocha is, you're not from here.
Exactly. But we wanted to share our experience. Maybe you and I had different experience because I think we mentioned in the first episode that you moved here younger and I moved here when I was like around 18. So that's what we wanted to talk about today. And I think this is going to help you guys know us a little bit more and understand how...
We're still getting acquainted with everybody. So it's such an important part of like being from El Paso. Like, I hate to be like El Paso, like, girl, whatever, but it's so true. Like, it's something that we encounter every single day, so it's important to kind of create that conversation a little bit.
And also, I think a few questions that we're gonna answer is, like, why is the podcast in English? I think that's something very important.
That's something really huge. We both fluently speak Spanish. Mm-hmm. She speaks more Spanish than I do, I would say. But, it's so hard to kind of try to implement both lives, and we were like, okay, well, where do we want to create our audience? Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. So I told Michelle, I was like, I think it's such a big way of connecting with people here in the US, to have that bridge of like, hey, we're gonna learn about people that have experiences between this country and Mexico.
Exactly. Yeah.
We have such a huge population here that are Hispanics, so it's just
if you like go to like the university here, everyone talks Spanish, and even sometimes the people who speak English feel left out.
They do. Yeah.
So this is basically another mini Mexico here.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different things that we wanted to tell you. So why don't you start? Like, how was your experience? When did you move here? How everything started your life here in El Paso? El Paso, Texas.
In El Paso, Texas. We're from Texas, baby. Look at the boots.
Yeah.
Look at the boots. I love being such a Texas girl. Always a Texas girl. I'm not really ranchera.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I hate to say it. Everyone loves to be ranchera here. I'm not ranchera.
Okay.
I'm more...
Ranchera or cowboy?
I'm more cowboy.
Yeah, because I feel they're different.
I love being a Texas girly because I love the boots. I love the vibes. I do like country. I hate to say it. Everyone hates on it.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah,
Slay.
I do.
Slay.
I love going to Little Bit of Texas as a place that
Oh
you
my
can
God,
go and
Little
dance.
Bit is so fun.
And that's when I feel that I'm from here. I'm like, let's put the boots on.
No, it's true. But yeah, so, I mean, I had talked about it a little bit in the first episode. Like, I moved here when I was 8. Mm-hmm. Yada, 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 you know.
You were born here,
I was born here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lived over there in Juarez because my parents are Mexican. Mm-hmm. My mom is from Juarez and my dad is from Mexico DF. So that's even more,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's even more Mexican than the Mexican.
So you're half chilanga.
Soy un tercio chilanga.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Chilangolandia. I love it. It's funny because, I mean, growing up, like I said, I didn't know any English, anything like that. So, but I became really attached to the English language. Mm-hmm. I personally, I'm a writer. I love to write. I love to do all of that. And I write in English. Mm-hmm. So I think it was just kind of a matter of like, even though Spanish has always been my first language, I just kind of found a better way to express myself in English. Mm-hmm. It's really weird. I think it's kind of like a matter of balancing it out for me. But once by like 5th grade, I was already good on it. But I used to get really bullied when I was little because I didn't know how to say tree. Tree? No, hold on.
Tree de árbol or tree?
I didn't know how to say 3, and then I would say tree.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, when I was little, so everyone would be correcting. And I mean, when you're a kid, everything hurts you. Like, oh my God. Like,
now it's like,
who cares?
Yeah.
Now
you understand what I said? That's what all that matters.
Exactly. And once I got to college, I decided to major in English, and then
That's crazy.
I decided to major in English, and then I decided to change into journalism and minored in English. Mm-hmm. So I'm still somewhat getting within that, but I feel like I still maintain my roots because of my parents. Yeah. Like, my mom doesn't speak a lot of English. Mm-hmm. My dad, he speaks English, but I mean, we speak Spanish at the house. Yeah. I think the only one that I speak really English with, like, really, like, fluently is with my sister. Mm-hmm. I think with my sister, it's a mix of both.
Yeah.
The same way, because her boyfriend doesn't speak Spanish, so she speaks English 24/7. Mm-hmm. And then Pedrito speaks a little bit of Spanish. Mm-hmm. So I talk to him sometimes in Spanish, but not too much. So with us, that's how we connect. Mm-hmm. Like, we're like, oh, like, hey, dude, what's up? Like, little slangs here and there. But, I mean, we have our moments that we're like, ay, güey, no mames. Uh-huh. You know, it's interesting. I think language is the base of everything, I would say, within my life. I mean, how was it for you? I mean, for you, it was different. You came here when you were 18.
I was going to say, like, it's all, like, the other way around.
Yeah.
With me, I came here when I graduated high school. I lived my whole life in Juarez. So, basically, everything, like, my life, my friends, everything was already based in Juarez. I was like
that's hard.
Yeah, it was like my whole identity. And it's a really hard topic to talk about because it gets me like,
but I'm gonna cry.
It was really hard, and a lot of my friends don't know, and I don't really talk about it because it was really hard. Like, you already, like, I don't know if it happened to you, but you create, like, your personality, your friends, everything, like, somewhere, and when you move,
everything is about circles in Juarez.
Yes, exactly. So I moved here because my mom got married to a really nice guy over here, my dad. I love him. So I don't regret that. But I moved in an age that everything was happening. So everyone was turning 18. Everyone was going to bars, like parties, drinking, everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So if you guys don't know, in Mexico, obviously, drinking age is 18.
Yeah, that's right.
And here it's 21, so it's limiting.
The only place that it's only 21, it's here in the United States, no? Because in Europe,
and in Europe, 18. Everywhere it's 18. So all of your friends start going out at 16, even 14.
Yeah. No, I used to go like 14, 15.
That's crazy, yeah.
But shh. But anyways, going back, I moved here a few weeks after graduation. I couldn't even take a breath when we were moving.
That's crazy.
I moved here, and then my mom moved like a month after, or like 2 months after, because she was still working over there. And then, no, not even 2 months. It was like a ton of months. After like 5 months that she moved after I moved. So I lived here basically by myself with my dad. So I knew English because our school used to thought us like half English, half Spanish. Not half. It was like 2 classes of English and then everything else in Spanish. But you had to know English for school.
To pass.
Yeah, to pass. So I was really good at English. I really liked English. I didn't know how to write. Like, I still, at the moment, I don't really know. Like, I hate writing because I have always, like, grammar errors.
It's an interesting relationship.
Yeah, it's super weird. But, like, over there, your English doesn't have to be perfect. Like,
it's acceptable just for you to be able to, like,
exactly
ace it. Yeah.
Exactly, and there was a lot of errors that I have, like, in my speaking and my writing that I didn't know about because they weren't correcting me. I moved here and I started community college here. I have 0 friends. I had 0 friends.
Oh, it's hard.
It's hard, and even at that age, because you're seeing everyone is going out, everyone's partying, everyone's inviting you, and then I'm like, I was going back and forth on the weekends with my dad, so we can see my mom, or sometimes she would come.
Okay.
So it all depended. And it all depended if my mom wanted to come or we wanted to go. So it was like, I was like seeing my friends, and then some weekends they had a party, I couldn't go. It was so hard.
So you were me, like, years ago when I used to live back and forth.
Exactly. But, like, with being able to drink.
Yeah.
But anyways, my life in El Paso actually started since I was a kid because I used to cross every single weekend to come shopping with my mom.
Oh, yeah. Sister. No, that was the thing. That was the thing. You go to the outlets or Cielo Vista.
Yeah, we will do like the whole caravana. We will go to the outlets and then to Cielo Vista and then to Solon Park. So my whole weekends were like, if I wasn't like there with you in Misiones, I was here in El Paso shopping. So the culture in the frontera here is like, people usually just come and shop, like, to Walmart or to, like, the mall or...
Yeah, that's the one thing I think people from Juarez usually come here also for resources. I mean, people... Exactly. Or they fill up their tanks over here.
Or even people who work here but live in Juarez.
Exactly.
That was my reality. I would just come, like, on weekends. But I started hating El Paso because I started relating El Paso to shopping, staying hours at the mall.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like something fun for me. I didn't like shopping. I didn't like staying there because, like, I don't want to sound like rude or anything to my mom, but she didn't care that if we had like a kids party or my friend's party or something.
I feel you. Yeah.
Either way, we're gonna come to El Paso because we have to come and shop. And we didn't need it.
she needed her stuff.
Yeah, she needed her stuff. I mean, I don't blame her. But for me, it wasn't like something fun. Even for my sister, I don't think she likes shopping. We got traumatized because of that. Yeah. Wow. So for me, El Paso was something that I didn't like because of that. Because I related to being like hours at the mall, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, for me, when I used to live over there, the one thing that we would actually do now that you bring that up, like, you know, the weekends and stuff like that. For me, for holidays, we used to spend holidays with my cousins here in El Paso. I mean, it was a totally different vibe. I mean, from kids over there, like, some of my cousins, they speak perfect Spanish, and some of my cousins, they didn't. So I used to, like, kind of get along with the ones that spoke Spanish, and then it was kind of, like, weird with the ones that didn't speak Spanish. But, I mean, it was kind of like we were, like, a mixed family in that way, you know, and different households had different languages. So it was a totally different thing. I mean, once we started growing up and I obviously spoke English, it was kind of like, I don't know what to talk. I still talk to some of my cousins in just Spanish. Yeah. And then my other ones, I'm like, oh, okay, we're cool. We speak the same language now. Yeah. So it's interesting how we move from being so little to like evolving into what we are now. Exactly. I feel like now it's kind of like, oh, do you speak Spanish or do you speak English? Like, I can give you both.
Like, or like, when you meet someone and you start talking in English and then you're like, do you speak Spanish? And they're like, sí. And then you're like, why am I wasting my English with you right now?
Neta que sí. Like, that's how it is.
That's very true.
And you know what? A mí me da mucha pena preguntar. I'm like, sometimes when I know somebody speaks Spanish and I'm speaking English to them, I feel so like
dumb.
I'm like, I'm just gonna keep speaking. I get like a little bit shy.
Yeah, it's something like really weird because like that happened a lot in college. Like I used to meet like people and I'll be like, wait a damn second, you speak Spanish?
Hablas español, güey.
And I'll be wasting my whole day trying to find a word in English.
Sí.
And like I don't know, like another example that I've seen like in stores. That they come at you and they see you like that you look like Mexican and they'll start speaking to you in Spanish.
Okay.
Or like, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué estás buscando? And you're like, I speak English. I speak English, ma'am.
When I used to work in retail, I used to fish out who spoke Spanish and who didn't. And I would look at them and I'd be like, ¿todo bien? You know, sí, todo bien, sí. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then the other ones I would be like, okay, y'all are good. Or like sometimes whenever I was feeling like mad at the world and I didn't want to, I was like, voy a ser mamona. I'm not going to speak Spanish to anyone today.
Oh, that's very, like, something very true. Like, when you're not feeling it or, like, when people are mean or whatever, you're like, I don't care.
I'm going to start speaking English to you. I don't care if you don't understand me. Like,
that's very funable from you, but,
Cancel me.
But, it's a whole experience. Not only the language, the comportamientos, how people treat you differently.
Totally. Recording. Okay. She's passed out cold. Cold turkey. I think that means another thing.
Cold turkey. Monday. Go back to sleep, girl.
Go. Let us go.
We're trying to make money for your croquetas.
No, that pound is like $20, so yes.
No, not even the croquetas, because she's being picky. Coming back, what was I saying?
Oh, that living in Juarez.
Yeah. So it all depended where you were, who you were with. And if you're from Juarez, if you're from Mexico, if you're from like the border of Mexico, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All the borders are really dangerous.
We get a bad rep.
Yeah, we do. But like Yoali saying, a lot of people who live in El Paso or in the United States in general think that Mexico is really dangerous or Juarez is really dangerous, which is not. It all depends, like I'm saying,
where you go.
Yeah. So either you have like a good experience with lovely people because people from Mexico
they're so warm.
And then sometimes like when I go I'm like I miss this, like I feel like I'm home.
It's a mundo nuevo, like every single time. I mean, even though the streets are shit, because they are, I mean, it's it's just, it's nice to be able to go back and kind of interact with people that, like, somewhat understand a different part of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like she said in the first episode, like, you are a whole different person over there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a completely different experience. It's kind of like, okay, we're embodying something else, something that we have built within.
Mm-hmm.
But it's harder because it's kind of like sometimes, oh my god, my nail tech. I go to get my nails done in Juarez. I pay like $18 to get my nails done over there, so
Look at her nails. They're like a full like $100 over here.
We should do a nail cam. That would be so cute. Anyway, we'll do
I have half black, half normal.
Anyway, I go get my nails done over there, and I struggle sometimes. Like, I wanted to say like ombre,
mm-hmm.
but I can't say ombre to her because she's gonna be like, what? So like, yeah. So I was looking for the right word. Difuminado.
See,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
How was I gonna get that from the back of my freaking brain? Like, I was like, yeah, I want you to do like the nail, like I was gonna say like mix, but I was like, but that's not the correct word. It's not mixed. It's difuminado.
Difuminado, yeah.
So it's hard. I mean, she's a little bit of a test for me every single 2 weeks.
Every time that you go.
Amp up my Spanish.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, like, I don't know if with your parents, but my mom would get mad if I talk to her in English. Which I don't do, but sometimes I don't find the word in Spanish. I'm like,
me.
The hombre.
Dame.
And she's like, no sé qué estás diciendo, dímelo en español. I'm like, Mom, estoy buscando la palabra. And like Yoali, she said in the last episode, that sometimes we would make fun of her because she was like very like, oh, English.
She used to say McDonald's, and then they would be like, McDonald's?
Yeah. When I moved here,
haters.
The karma went back at me. So I was like, because, like, with my dad, I speak full English. Like, we talked in English all day, every day. With my mom, I speak Spanish.
Interesting.
With my sister, it's like a mix of both, but it's usually in Spanish. And I try to correct her because she talks to me in English. And I'm like, I'm trying to teach her to talk to me in Spanish. I don't know. But anyways, that's another topic. But I'll be talking Spanish, and I will forget the word. We're
gonna zoom in. Like,
so this happens, like your brain starts glitching.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. Like,
you know, what is it? It happens to me all the time. My dad bullies me. He bullies me. I mean, he says that I invent words all the time. All the time. I think like one of the words that I say wrong is conservative, which is conservador.
Yeah, that's right.
Conservativo.
No, conservador.
Conservador. Yeah. But you see, I usually, I'm like,
you translate
it's kind of like flipping a coin. What are you gonna get today? I don't know what word I'm gonna say today.
Like sometimes, like there's days like your English is not English,
It
or
sucks.
your Spanish is not Spanish.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
It's horrible. It's like a blend in my head, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sometimes like it happens with me. Like right now, you said like, let's introducir. So I was like. Sometimes I don't correct people because like sometimes I get like I'm like that's me sometimes, but it was like they want to see like no, it's presentar.
You see?
Yeah. Introducir. It's like a different thing.
It's like a
not the right word to say, but sometimes that happens to me in English that there's words like I'm like, am I inventing this word? Is this how am I supposed to say this word?
But you see, that's how we don't fit in. You get what I mean? I feel like here, like, when I'm really with a lot of, like, I hate to say it, but when I'm around a lot of white people, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely don't fit in.
I'm the brownest people. I'm the brownest person here.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, ooh, like, this kind of, like, you know, I'm trying to make as much conversation, but I mean, totally different thing. And then when I'm in Juarez, I feel like if I hang out with, like, the people that you know that are people from Juarez and that have been there a long time, I usually feel like ooh,
Yeah, like
I'm not enough to be
Exactly.
to keep up with you guys
Yeah.
because I'm way too American. So it's a weird experience
yeah,
for sure.
sometimes I wonder if I'm as funny in English that
See?
you know what I mean? Like
See.
I feel that I'm very funny in Spanish, but in English sometimes I'm like, was that funny?
And the references are different
yeah,
too.
totally. Because sometimes
Totally
Yoali
different.
tells me references that I don't know, and I'm like, like because I know a lot of references in Spanish that she may not know because it was like me growing up, and there's a ton of other references that Yoali knows that I don't know about. So
it's funny, and also how we consumed media. I feel like
exactly, yeah.
So like I growing up, all of us did. We used to listen to XFM. That was the radio station. If you know, you know. And I mean, you listen to Spanish songs. You listen to English songs. I used to sing lies when I was little, but I was like introduced into music in a sense of like in English. Like I've always been a pop girly, Justin Bieber, always a Bieber fan. But like, doing all that genre was because of my sister, but also there was like her punk, emo, fresa era that it was like banda y todas esas bandas. You know, you get what I mean? Like when I go back and like listen to different music, I'm like, oh my God, like I love my roots. And then when I'm over here, I'm like, I love pop.
Yeah. Viva America.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, actually that happens to me sometimes, and I'm like, do I know a lot of English songs? More than I should, because I should know more in Spanish?
Yeah.
That's a question that sometimes...
¿Y el reggaeton?
Yeah.
Reggaeton, I'm disconnected.
Oh, really?
I don't listen to...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, this past few years that I'm not, like...
Totally
these years
disconnected.
that I don't really go out that much, it's like, I don't know the new songs anymore. I'm like... Oh, Chaperone, or all this, all
Yo
that.
me quedé en Felices los Cuatro. I'm like, that's like way in the back. I'm like, that, like, usually, like, all of my friends, they love to listen to, like, banda y todas esas cosas. I don't listen to any of that. I very much consume a lot of American media. I mean, give me Doechii. I love Doechii. I love Doechii.
Doechies are queen.
Love you, Doechii.
But... regarding to something that you said, what about friends?
My friends, I mean,
like
I don't have any friends in Juarez.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, when you moved here, I imagine that you didn't have a lot of friends like me.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was different because you were a kid, so you were still like in that era of developing new friends.
It was hard to develop a circle. I mean, when I came over here, I remember I used to visit you guys at school, and I tried to keep up with that circle for a really long time. But it's hard. It's hard to...
Because parentheses, you try to stick as much as you can so you don't forget who you are, because you're a different person with them, and you feel that you're a whole person and that your life is in there with them or in a place or whatever, that you tried so hard to stay there and do as much as you can so you don't forget who you are over there.
Bible. Snaps. Read me through.
That's literally
what happens. Yeah. Like, it's just, it's hard. And I mean, once I came over here, I made friends, and I made my entire life over here. Because when I go back to Juarez, I just go back to see my family. I mean, I go see my grandma. That's the only family I go. Yeah. But like my grandma, I'm like, I go see. It's like when Jacob tells Bella, "You're gonna hurt everybody." Charlie. Only
silence was out. You're like, my grandma.
That's it. That's the only person I have. What is left? Yeah.
All of your friends live here.
Everyone lives here.
I moved here.
And I mean, I speak between Spanish and English, but I do have my all-American friends. Yeah.
But gladly with your friends, nowadays you speak Spanish and English.
Yeah, it's like a fluent thing. Like, I think cursing is more fun in Spanish. So you see me I'm an angry driver. So if you encounter me, sorry. But I mean, it's it's different for sure. And I mean, with my friends, I mix it up. I mean, I don't know if for you it's also the same thing. I know you still have connections with some people in Juarez. So, like, I don't know if you...
I still have, like, a lot of my friends are from Juarez, but mostly over here, my friends here, like you, Andrea, shout out to Andrea. I have, gladly, after a while, made really good friends.
That's good.
And it's like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we mix in Spanish and English, and it's normal. Like, I see it as a normal thing to do.
And do you do that with your friends from Juarez?
No, it's different over there, because I want to say we're fresas. Fresas, the meaning of that is mixing words in Spanish and English, but, like, just one word. Como que... Vamos a la biblioteca, like, o sea, vamos de que... I don't know, that was a bad example, but I don't know another...
Vamos a la library.
No, ew! O sea,
but that's a different... That's a wrong type of pocho.
Yeah.
There's a right way, and there's a wrong way.
Yeah. I don't have an example in top of my mind right now.
Yeah.
But, we used to speak some words in Spanish, I mean, in English, but it wasn't, like, the whole thing. And, like, sometimes I would go back with my friends and they'll be like, Michelle, estás hablando pocho. And I'm like,
see,
fuck, I'm sorry. Like,
I hear it from my sister, even though you hypocrite, we mix it up. But, yeah, I mean, I still hear it from my sister. Sometimes she's like, ew, Yoali.
Ew,
that's pocho. And it's
yeah.
like, well, that's how I was raised.
Yeah, and it's hard to, like, trying to flip that switch. And I'm telling you right now, Aranza y Mariel que están viendo esto, now I trained myself to talking just Spanish with the certain people.
Say.
And, like, perfect example, my boyfriend and me. We're like, we flipped everything. O sea, like, we're talking Spanish, and then we're talking in English. Mostly we're talking Spanish. But sometimes, like, I'll have to say something to him on English. Just in English, because it sounds better in English. I'll tell him the whole thing in English. My English is not perfect. He corrects me, which I like.
Yeah, it's always nice to get corrected. Yeah. I correct people all the time.
Yeah. Not me, because if not, she will be correcting me.
I mostly correct people's spelling.
Oh, don't even see my spelling.
I'm an English minor. Leave me alone.
But anyways, like, I live it every day with my boyfriend. Like, we were talking Spanish and English. We're writing in English. There is something that I just have an exception with. I would never say I love you in English.
I feel uncomfortable saying te amo.
No,
it's so intense.
Es que that's the thing. To my friends, I always
I'm
say,
like, love you.
But with my boyfriend or with, like, with any partner, anything, with my mom, with my dad, nothing. It's always it always has to be te quiero or te amo.
Te quiero. I usually say te quiero because te amo feels like, you know, like, cute telenovela music, like te amo.
Like, for me, it's super normal.
No, that is not normal.
Every day, as long as my boyfriend and me are talking, like, we are always saying, like, te amo, te amo,
te
amo.
I mean, with my boyfriend, I do say it, like, you know, like, casually, but it's rare when it happens. And, you know, it's with my parents, I'm always like, love you, because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of odd. Weird. Or like, te quiero. Yeah.
That's something really, like, that it's, like, a big topic in Juarez, Mexico, and people who live in the border, like, is it te amo or I love you? Because I love you, I don't feel it's so strong, like, te amo, you know? But these are, like, kind of small things that I see every day that I notice, that I noticed when I moved here. Also, having friends over here, it's, like, something, like, a whole different trip than having friends in Mexico. In a good way. Yeah. In a good way, you learned, like, I learned so much about the culture over here. And sometimes I don't agree with a lot of stuff. I still have all my traditions from Mexico.
Yeah, no, it's hard to adapt. It is. I mean, for me, it's, like, there's some things that are just, like, a big no-no. Like, for example, I usually don't get... In some places, I don't get tacos because I know that I'm going to get the tortilla from here.
Yeah.
Like, when we started recently buying tortillas, and, like, I always smell them. If they smell sweet, they're not good.
Or also, I will always go to, like, sometimes if I have time, I will go to, like, the Mexican stores.
Sí.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just have to. I mean, I'm not going to be... I'm picky with some of my stuff because it's like, I know what's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's hard to, like, accept something because my parents have always told me, example, with the tortillas, like, if the tortilla's sweet, es
That's
americana.
not a tortilla.
Es americana. So it's like, no, I don't like that thing. But there's some stuff that I don't eat, like, from here. Like, I love the chips from Juarez. Always. I'm a big chips girl.
Always. And this is a conversation.
Big
and
snacks.
I don't care your guys' answers. The chips from Juarez, even the Cheetos, like Fleming Hot, they're much better over there than here.
Except
you cannot tell me
the
other
Cheeto
ways.
fries. I love the Cheeto fries.
Cheeto fries?
Las flaquitas.
The orange? Huh?
Tienen chile. Son hot fries.
Oh, but they don't have that in Juarez. I mean, in
I
Mexico.
know, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Con Valentina y con limón.
Okay.
Mami. I love Valentina. Valentina, I love you. If you were a person, I would marry you.
I was like, maybe somebody named that Valentina's watching this right now.
I love la salsa Valentina. And I'm guilty, and I used to have really bad gastritis, but when I was little, I used to sell my lunch so I could get my papitas con mi Valentina. But yeah, it's a whole different world, guys. And if you're from here, which when you're listening to this, you're gonna be, and you know, hopefully we get some other people that wanna connect, and you know, that are maybe some things are different for y'all.
Maybe you have Yoali's story that you moved here when you were young, or you had my story that you moved here when I was older.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't relate to us and we don't care, but
either way, we love you.
Yoali, just our last thing. What made you feel underqualified this week?
Adapting to mom life. That
sounds really hard.
That's what made me feel underqualified this week. So
Sounds
I respect every single parent out there.
Community.
But you need to have a 4-legged child. If not, I don't respect you.
Your mom?
Unhinged. Keep your kids away from me. They have germs. Anyway.
That's very true. Like, I haven't got, like, a cat or a dog or anything. I'm not an animal. I am an animal person, but I haven't had, like, any dogs or any pets.
Yeah.
But last Sunday when she was taking care of Elfie, I was like, God damn! Like,
I was a mother.
You and Pedro were like, parecían caricatura, like running around the house.
Sí.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I was like, right now for the moment, I know if I have a pet, he or her, they're not gonna be happy. So yeah. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, definitely wait. Mom life.
I'm part of the underqualified, like people that like they don't have pets. So like I want to be like a full person before I have a responsibility like this.
Yeah, it definitely it's harder. I don't know how to do my taxes yet. So having a little Pookie's hopefully gonna make me grow a little bit more. Anyway, what made you feel English? Por favor.
English on set.
What made you feel underqualified this week?
I had to think. Oh, okay. I remember now. Driving. Anyways, pues sí, Scenic Drive, if you don't know, Scenic Drive is part of the Franklin Mountains, and you can see the whole city. But every time, I'm afraid of heights. Every time that I'm driving through Scenic Drive, my hands are sweating so much. And I can't even, like, take a look or anything because I'm, like, really paranoid.
Yeah, I feel
you. Yeah, that's what made me feel underqualified because I couldn't find, like,
couldn't find your way.
I couldn't find my way, and I ended up, like, just going around the mountain and just getting to the other place, which a different route could have taken me, like, 5 minutes, but this took me, like, 10 minutes. But anyways, I felt underqualified because I don't use maps. Because I know, I'm always like, I know where I'm going.
You're a know-it-all. That is your problem.
I'm a stubborn person.
I am, I don't know where I'm going now. So, I used to be a Google Maps girl.
Oh, I hate Google Maps.
And then...
Cancel me, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
And then I turned into a Waze girl.
Oh, Waze?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say maps.
Maps.
Waze.
Waze. I like Waze. And then I have like little characters that speak to me.
Oh, cute. Driving in Juarez is a whole different experience. Sometimes I have to stop and like just remember the map in my head.
I don't drive over there.
Oh, it's like playing Mario Kart in the rainbow version.
And I never played that when I was little, so like fuck me. I would be dead over there probably.
But anyways, guys, just let us know in the comments.
What you think?
What do you think and what made you feel underqualified? What if it's your language, if it's your culture, if it's anything that you can relate with this episode, just let us know. We're really interested to know.
Yeah, I would love to know y'all's experience. I mean, my little pookies, y'all are watching. I want to know what you want to say. Or if you have any anecdotes that you want to tell us, comment.
And if you have any questions for us or something that you want us to talk about in the podcast, we'll do it.
Don't email us. But yeah, comment, subscribe. Oh my god,
yeah,
I'm a YouTuber. Okay, love you guys.
Follow us.
Bye.